The Upper Bald Eagle Half Moon Council of Governments held a special town hall style meeting tonight trying to find answers on how to fund, staff, and save the Port Matilda EMS.
In the months since they announced their intent to close, the municipalities and community members have been brainstorming ways to help. Our Jordan Mansberger has more.
Elected officials from Port Matilda Borough, Taylor, Half Moon, Houston, and Worth townships met to discuss funding options for the EMS moving forward. The EMS service says they face severe staffing shortages, which they blame on the pay of only $11 an hour and the lack of volunteers.
We do an average of 525 calls on average a year, and 2 people that are part-time, and that's myself and another lady. We do have 2 part-time employees. They're in a transition right now, whether they can work or not. They have some other commitments that they've done, so they've backed off a little bit for us.
On top of that, they've received only $44,000 in funding from all of the municipalities combined, and insurance companies' reimbursements are limited due to Medicare and Medicaid laws.
I'm sure they wouldn't like it if I paid my premium and said, you know, this month I'm only going to pay half the premium. I'm sure that wouldn't go well for them.
The municipalities discussed the possibility of new tax dollars to fund the service or to contact their local state representatives to handle the insurance reimbursements. Other options were also considered, like more fundraising, but it doesn't seem reliable enough.
And I would pace my kitchen floor for literally 8 hours, and I think I told these guys I netted maybe 20 sandwiches in 8 hours. But fundraising isn't what it used to be. And people just... I said, why are we selling ham sandwiches to save lives?
The council ultimately decided to hold another meeting next month to decide how to fund the department. But as for staffing,
there was a time where we could depend upon volunteers. I know because I was one of them. I've got my EMT certification up for 35 years. It's not easy, as Jack said. You have to put your own time and effort into it and find time to get it done.
Jack says the Port Matilda EMS typically receives about 1.3 calls per day, and that since the beginning of the new year, they've received 19 calls, but have only had the staffing to respond to 7 of them. Reporting in Center County, I'm Jordan Mansberger.